I'm not home by 6, I'll surely be done. The missus will kill me, let's just go for the one. The one, don't go for the one. Don't go for the one, for the one, for the one. The one, don't go for the one. Don't go for the one, for the one, for the one. For the one went down fast, the second...
Hey guys, welcome to another awesome episode of Beer Talk. That was Gaelic Storm with Don't Go for the One. We'd like to remind everyone to drink responsibly. This is your host, Kyle, and my lovely co-host.
Oh, lovely. Thanks, fella.
What can I say? I like the way you're put together.
Yeah, good. Maybe we'll get together and screw around after this or something.
After.
Oh, right. Anyway. And I'm Andrew. Nice to meet y'all.
Don't forget, guys, you can shoot us emails or Facebook messages, Twitter posts, whatever you'd like. Email is beertalk2013@gmail.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Untapped, of course. We now have our own Untapped. You can follow me personally, Andrew personally, or Beer Talk.
Yeah. Not personally, but you can follow them.
No, Beer Talk personally. That's us.
But you didn't say that.
Oh, right. Basically, we're just going to average out our ratings for that one. We're also on YouTube now, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, with neat little like slideshow style. You don't really get to see us talking because, frankly, we like doing this in our pajama pants.
Yep.
We are podcast artists with faces made for radio. So we will stick to this format for now.
Yeah.
Although we did upgrade. Kyle got us a really nice little snowball mic here.
Yeah.
So we're officially podcasters.
I like it.
We have equipment now.
Yeah.
This is getting hard. This is getting scary. It really is.
Afraid of commitment.
We're getting into a world that I'm not sure we're prepared for.
I'll return the mic. Alright guys, so today we are going to do Florida Avenue, local brewery, really close to us actually. We're doing their ale. Apparently it is a wheat beer.
Although it does not say so on the bottle.
It does.
It does.
Up in the top here?
Oh, really small.
Yeah, right there. If you want to read that for
there it is.
You can read it for the listeners.
The treasure of the flavor.
No,
Andy, Brent, and Bruce.
They
definitely want to. So it's an American wheat ale with a hint of refreshing citrus. So I'm quite excited for that, actually. I like citrus. That was a struggle for some reason.
I can't get my ring off.
Oh.
It didn't want to go on.
Kyle's
my finger's kind of swollen.
Magical drinking ring is failing him. Which, by the way, if you want to be real groupies of Beer Talk, and I know you all do, I definitely would suggest you guys look into getting a drinking ring.
We should post pictures of our rings.
Absolutely. We can probably include it in this... we can probably include it into this podcast on our YouTube. So if you're listening to this on iPatio afterwards...
We could also throw it on iPatio, too, with pictures.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But, if you're watching this, or you're listening to this, rather, on iPatio, and you're thinking, well, what the heck are they talking about? And you don't see the picture on the iPatio page because I failed to upload it, hop over to the YouTube, and I'll snap a picture of Kyle in my hands wearing the rings.
Pretty hands.
Yeah.
It's not going to go on my hand.
Oh, well.
Kyle's
all too.
No, my finger's swollen.
It's all that drinking you're doing.
Ooh.
Exactly. Okay.
So this doesn't have much of a smell.
I'm not really getting anything from it, no. I mean, it smells like... I'm actually getting a little bit of citrus as I'm focusing on it. But without you saying that, I would have thought that I was drinking just a beer. I mean, just a wheat beer, very standard.
Well, I don't know, maybe my nose is clogged or something because I'm not getting any smell out of this.
So in that case, your nose may be a little stuffed up in there, fella. But yeah, I'm getting something. But again, it smells like beer.
Okay. With
a little hint of citrus. Nothing. I mean, I'm not getting an overwhelming wheat. I'm not getting an overwhelming citrus. It's nothing too crazy. The look. I mean, what did you describe that as? Maybe a
cloudy golden.
Cloudy golden, absolutely.
A lot like Boulevard. If you remember Boulevard's wheat, this looks like. If you held the two together, I don't know if I'd tell the difference.
Yeah. I mean,
which are the same style beer.
Seems like something we should do. I'm just saying.
We'll have to take a quick break and go. Jesus. I like as a nice little foam.
Yeah, just a real thing. I mean,
on the rim of the glass.
Not even in the middle because we poured it perfectly, as we always do every time, except for last night. Because, well, for those of you who are just tuning in here, I'll go ahead and give you a little background on what's going on. It is a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. It is 70 degrees here in Florida, so I know the rest of the country is, getting snow. I think back home they have like a -5 real feel or whatever that is.
To be fair, we have 2 snow here.
That's you.
Snowball Mike and me.
So, but we are affected. You know, we are affected by this global, the United States is kind of going through a chill right now. We noticed it when I went on my run this morning. You know, it was chilly.
Yeah.
I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and it almost gave me a chill at the very beginning. Then it was fine. After
It was
that,
fine.
you know, it was-
Tonight's low is supposed to be pretty darn low.
yeah.
I just
Still like, it was very redundant, but it's still 40 degrees above
no,
zero
I
now.
was just realizing that this just turned into the Weather Channel.
Right. And now back to beer talk. After that, thank you to our weather services there.
Tune in next week for that.
We just wanted to rub it in, really. I mean, that's what that is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So sorry, guys. Enjoy that. We're gonna go ahead and
Let's get
dive into this guy.
Slanja.
We're here for beer, right?
Always.
Yeah. Well, this reminds me of a very secret ritual among people where we're from, and it was called Pineapple Mondays. That's what this beer makes me think of. It makes me think of, okay, so Pineapple Mondays is a pool party that we used to do back home. So it makes me think of sitting by the pool, drinking a beer. But it really makes me think of a Midwestern beer.
I gotta ask. You know this isn't a pineapple beer, right?
Right. No, okay. So Pineapple Mondays, the name has nothing to do with what we did, except that sometimes they grilled pineapples.
Yeah, they always brought pineapples of
They always
manner.
brought them. Sometimes we were too drunk to actually grill them.
Right. Or touch them in any manner, except for throw them.
So this is a very interesting flavor, and I'm gonna have to take a second to kind of describe it because it's a wheat and it's a grainy flavor.
I'd have to
But
say,
I feel like that's not a good description for it.
I gotta see what you think. I'm thinking weak.
You're thinking it's weak.
It's weak. Boulevard. It may look like Boulevard, but when I drink Boulevard wheat, that motherfucker is like Boulevard wheat, and you're
Right.
tasting this wheat beer, and it's heavy and delicious. And this is just like, yeah, some wheat.
See, I'm getting a very heavy, very grainy flavor from it.
Okay, maybe I'm just broken today.
Right. I mean, I assume you're broken every day, but
Yeah.
no, this is. I'm definitely not getting a watery flavor if that's what you're leaning at.
Not watery,
Okay.
but
Not
Weak.
as powerful as
Yeah.
some other wheat beers. It's definitely a lighter ale as far as the drinkability for it. So sometimes with a wheat beer, I mean, it's kind of hit or miss. You can tip the whole thing back. You can chug it in one drink. I wouldn't, but you could. Or in this one's case, I think it's closer to that way. It's very drinkable. It's very light.
I can throw this back.
Absolutely. I could drink 2 or 3 of these in a row and,
Be fine.
yeah, well, maybe a little happier.
4.7% alcohol, so it's a little lower than a lot of beers.
Right.
Which isn't bad. That's not.
As far as a craft beer goes, I'd say it's pretty average. We're certainly not doing a 9%er where we're going to be, slurring by the end of the episode.
Speak for yourself.
But, well, it's because you've had a shot of bourbon already this morning. After almost made it sound worse than it was.
I actually haven't taken a shot yet, though.
Oh, well, get on that, though.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to disappoint.
Yeah.
So, I'm afraid to throw my rating out too early,
Right.
but I'm going to talk about it anyways.
Yeah,
I don't
go ahead and start.
think that this is a very high-rated beer for me. Not low. This is
Right.
not a 4 by any means. However, I'm kind of thinking 6.65.
Well, I'm almost curious, had you known it was a wheat beer, would you have purchased it or would you have looked for another beer
No, I
by
still
then?
would. I still would have purchased it. I was looking for something we hadn't had, or at least
Absolutely.
I didn't remember having.
Especially
whatever.
something local. We love
Yeah.
doing the local
And
guys.
it was between this and Victory.
Okay. Which
And,
we've done several times, at least their
Victory?
IPA. Yeah, the Victory IPA. I've done several times. I don't know.
Okay, I'm not sure if
necessarily.
I have or not. But either way, we haven't done it on Beer Talk, so
Right,
it
so
would have worked.
one to keep in mind.
But I went ahead and grabbed this one.
Yeah, no.
Or,
This,
local brewery.
in fact, last time we were at a tasting event here in Florida, they gave us koozies. We still have some blue Florida Ave koozies floating around.
Yeah.
That we still. I think that's your main koozie
It's
is a
my main
Florida Ave.
koozie right now. I need a new one. Nothing against Florida Brewery,
Yeah.
but I need a new one. They don't have a website, which bothers me
Well,
because
they do kind of.
they have a Facebook page.
Right.
And I like websites because I like to look up information on the beer with what they have to put up on it. With their Facebook page, I couldn't find anything like that.
Right.
So,
Which it may be there, but sometimes with Facebook pages, it doesn't exactly contour to what you need it to.
right. So that's unfortunate. I'm not really complaining as much as just saying it's very unfortunate because I wanted it to be.
We like to look at a little bit of the background. Sometimes we like to preach to you guys the background of the brewery.
Yeah.
Like what
Which I
these
can't
guys do.
I can't even say when they've been established.
Right, and that was the first thing. I was like, well, how old are they? Maybe they're new, but they had like 4,000 likes on there.
Yeah.
Which is significant for any organization,
Yeah.
really. But that also may stem from them not really having a website, at least that we were able to find.
Let's see here. tell you exactly. They've got 4,323 people like this. So quite a large number of people at least like it, which unfortunately with Facebook and liking...
Right. You don't know if they really do like it or if they're like, hey, I want to learn more about this, but I have to like it to learn more. Unliking, what is that? I'm not doing that. That'll hurt their feelings. You'll hurt our feelings.
And people like statuses that are making fun of them.
I do that all the time. All my friends' statuses are usually making fun of me. That's because I post belligerently and like, it's the middle of the week. I say, it's my weekend. Leave me alone, guys.
It's true. So, do you have an idea on where you're leaning towards?
I do. I think I'm not leaning super high. I'm thinking maybe a 6. And I would say if I'm leaning towards a 6.5, which I think I kind of am, it's because I'm almost done. I'm just tipping this beer back, and it's going down really smooth. It's got a really great flavor. As wheat beers go, and I complain about this every time I have a wheat beer, it's a little plain. Yeah. Now it's supposed to have some citrusy notes, and I smelled some citrusy notes. I'm really not tasting any. Yeah. And I'm going to take another sip now that I've said that and see if I put my foot in my mouth here, because I'm thinking about it.
But no, to put the beer in your mouth.
Right.
Okay.
Either way. Beer first, foot second.
Okay.
I'm not getting that citrusy flavor that the bottle kind of promised me. And again, I'm smelling it, and I'm getting that citrusy scent, but...
See, I'm not. And again, it might be me today. I might have a stuffy nose or something that I'm not really aware of. And I'm not it's leaving something to be filled, if that makes... What am I trying to say?
It's leaving something to be desired.
Thank
and I
you.
think
That's exactly.
A lot of times a wheat beer does that for me. Because it's very plain beer.
See,
but the thing is, I've had some really great, very full-flavored, very satisfying wheat beers. And I like this beer. It's a good beer. I would like just a little bit extra out of it. And I'm not exactly sure what that is. Right. I mean, I hate to offer that criticism flavor. Without saying
that's
yes.
That's what I can say. More wheat flavor.
So yeah,
more
we can
body
have,
to it.
Absolutely. Yeah, or even a secondary flavor maybe, because I know they were pushing citrus. They could, and that might fill it out for me. But I agree with you. I think I could use just a little bit more wheat flavor. This is almost like a light beer for me.
Yeah.
Rather than a full. This is like the younger brother.
Bud and Bud Light. It's just wheat light.
It's a wheat light, yeah. But again, I mean, for some people, this may be really what you go for. If you go for a less punch you in the face wheat beer, you really may like this.
And also thinking about it, we always try to push beers that are people who are trying to get into drinking beer. This might be a great beer for that. It's drinkable.
If you're just stepping into craft beer and you just happen to Google us for some reason, first of all, I apologize to you. But second of all, you really, really should look into this beer. This wheat ale from Florida Avenue. The artwork on it, obviously everything in this part of Florida is a pirate. So you've got the pirate ship on there. Really neat. Made by Cold Storage Craft Brewery. I keep calling it Florida Avenue because that's...
Well, and even their Facebook page is Florida Avenue. But like when I typed it in to look it up on Beer Advocate and Rate Beer,
right?
Cold Storage, and even Untapped, Cold Storage Brewing is underneath everything they have.
So it's kind
of like the Boston Brewing Company, aka Samuel Adams.
Right.
I hate that they do that stuff, but
it's hard to follow sometimes. But it's definitely something to look into as far as the why. But like I said, in our initial kind of just look over, Kyle didn't see anything. He's doing our research always. So
yeah. Man, I'm gonna have to go 6. Okay. And it's not that I hate this beer by any means. I've got another 4 in the fridge.
And I'm gonna have drink them all.
Yeah, because it is good, and I think it would be great with food. I don't know what
burger.
Yeah, I think it'd be alright. Good
any kind of barbecue, really. I think I would lean to it. That's just my go-to with the wheat.
Fair.
Also, grilled pineapple.
I told you. Oh Lord. Yeah, so, what are you landing on?
So I'm going with a 6.5. It'll be a 3 on Untapped. So I think we can agree that we'll probably average a 3 on Untapped when I do untap it for beer talk,
which I'll be doing here shortly. But I wanted to go over the look here, Cold Storage Brewery.
Cold Storage
on the Rate Beer. It doesn't even say Florida Avenue. It just says Cold Storage Florida Avenue. Okay, so it does say it. Sorry.
It doesn't even say it except for right there.
Right where it says it. Okay. They didn't care for this beer.
Really?
The style, they gave it a 26.
Wow.
And overall, they gave it a 19.
Wow, they really didn't like it.
No.
I was going to give it higher for the style, but I guess I mean, at least they don't agree with me on that.
See, now I would have given it less for a style because of all the wheat beers that I've had, and there's more flavor and more body and everything, and this is just lackluster.
Yeah.
And I hate to down it.
If you see it in a bar and you're there to drink and you want something new and interesting, maybe it's not your style. Now, if you hit to a bar and you just notice it's sitting there on the tap and you're having a burger, having a Reuben or whatever, maybe not a Reuben, but
or nothing.
You're having some fries and a chicken sandwich or a burger.
That'd be perfect.
Absolutely. I think some French fries would go really well with this. This is a great meal beer, let's call it.
So
we just don't get negative about beers.
Well, I try not to be.
No, and I like beers.
And here's a good testament to this, by the way. Rate Beer gave it so low. Beer Advocate's score was 73 ratings is a 73. It's okay.
Right.
So they've given it a much
Beer
higher
Advocate
rating than Rate
okay.
Beer. And then Untapped as well has it at a 3.12.
Okay, so about where we were rating it.
With 2,501 ratings.
Yeah, if you're not on Untapped, you're missing that bus.
Definitely check it out.
Absolutely.
If you want to download something else like Beer Diary...
I think that's what Justin's using.
I think that you should wear a skirt.
So, Justin, if you're listening to this...
Put on a skirt.
Yeah.
Diary?
Miss you, buddy. Yeah, that's what our good buddy Chris, who obviously was one of the co-founders of Beer Talk,
right.
The person that I have put my little feet into big shoes, if you will. But Chris was making fun of him the other day, actually over Facebook, for using Beer Diary instead of Untapped. So the pro, our good buddy Chris, says this is the one to use. So who am I to argue with the pro?
Right. So I guess actually we can check. It's been a little bit since we've done this, so I'm kind of curious.
You want to do some trending beers?
Yeah, I'm curious.
I'm gonna. First of all, I'm just gonna give you a spoiler because Lagunitas brown sugar is still gonna be on top.
Have you looked it up?
I have.
Oh, okay.
So this beer has been on top like every episode we've done. I'm just thinking this needs to be on our list here pretty soon.
We should. I mean, it's gonna have to be sooner than later because it's like a quick seasonal thing.
Yeah.
And it comes and goes pretty quick.
Yeah. So we should definitely try and grab that. But even if we don't do it on here, we'll be thinking.
Enjoy it.
Then right below that's Sam Adams Winter Lager. Lagunitas IPA.
Always on there. I love that beer.
Black Rye by Founders. That's one I don't remember being on here.
I've never seen that before that I can think of. Founders is a good brewery, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Sierra Nevada still has their Celebration Ale. That's been up there for quite a while. Here's another one I don't recognize or remember. Sculpin IPA from Ballast Point Brewing and Spirits.
Oh, you know what? I see this at work all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. It's one we can get our hands on then.
Yeah.
That's one I just don't...
7%
really know.
American IPA. That'd be good to try. We should definitely give that a shot.
Then your favorite Yingling's on here.
Yingling.
And the Founders Breakfast Stout. So here's another Founders on here.
Yeah. Tying with Lagunitas.
So far. We'll see what's going on. Our Two Hearted Ale by Bell's Brewery.
Phenomenal, by the way. I don't remember if you've ever had it.
I don't remember it, but I'll check
great.
my Untapped. Because that keeps track of that kind of thing when I'm drinking too much. Just too much to remember, not too much in general. Let's make a distinction there. And then Fat Tire rounds it out.
Yep.
So
another staple, another great beer.
Absolutely. I just clicked over to Macro, and I know this isn't a Macro show, but Guinness is on top of Macro, and I just had an extra stout last night. So
isn't that a little sad that that's Macro?
I mean, it is though.
I know.
And a lot of people in Ireland aren't a huge fan of it right now because it is not currently an Irish-owned company. It's owned outside of Ireland. So Galloway Bay is currently making a chocolate milk stout that apparently is claimed to be better than Guinness. I don't think they're doing anything internationally. I think I've mentioned this before. But definitely keep your eyes open if you are headed over across the pond anytime soon, or just happen to live over across the pond and haven't heard of this. Absolutely, Galloway Bay. Check out their chocolate milk stout because apparently it's just phenomenal and you need to do it. Still go to Dublin. Still try your Guinness there at the brewery.
Yeah, that's supposed to be like the best Guinness you'll ever have.
Right, and I hear that over and over, and I believe it. I do. I sell into that completely. But also, make your way over to Galloway Bay. Off the top of my head, I don't know where it's actually located, but I'm sure one Google search will help you guys out on that. Maybe it's in Galloway Bay. I don't know if that's a place or not. But take a look at that, and shoot, if you do get a chance to have anything from Galloway Bay, let us know. Tell us what you thought of it. Or
please, actually.
point us to
right now, I haven't heard anything about it coming over or seen it.
No.
And I want to try it
We'll
or
look
at least
at it
hear
again.
about it.
And we'll look at some of our buddies following us on our various social networks that are also do the same thing we do, and maybe with a little more theatricality. But again, Faces Made for Radio. We'll go back to that.
Yeah.
So look around, see if any of them have had it. But I've not seen anything on my last cursory kind of look through.
Yeah, nor I. Well, I think we are kind of winding down here. Going to finish this beer up.
By that he means we need to get another one. We don't want to leave you waiting.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah.
So what are we thinking about upcoming episodes? One is brown sugar. I
would like to try and grab that one before it's out. Absolutely.
And I'd like to turn it into a beer talk.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, we should. I definitely think so. There's also a possibility that we might be starting a blog here soon. Now, for those of you who are like, oh my gosh, they're just shoving all the things that they do down our throat, what this will be, this blog will actually be based on our weekly beer club.
Right.
So these won't be beers that we're talking about here. Now, this is still a maybe, because neither Kyle or myself are writers. Nope. So we will find somebody to write for us. We have a lead there, but we'll see. If it does become a thing, though, when we do our weekly beer clubs, you guys will get to see and hear what we thought about that.
Yeah. And as well as our other members. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So it'll be a little more in depth, maybe, or maybe not. Maybe it'll be a little more of a skim over because you won't have to listen to us banter back and forth about things. That
you can just get the meat and potatoes and tell us to shut the fuck up. Oh Lord.
Well, sir. Do you have anything else you'd like to cover?
No. I did want to throw out one beer that I really want to try. The customer that got a hold of me and bantered for like 10 minutes, he did tell me about a beer that is supposedly, according to him, like one of the top beers over in Europe. I wanted to say Germany area. It's Pilsner, something with a U. I apologize.
Okay.
It's the name of where it's from, and it's supposed to be really good, and I want to try it.
Absolutely.
So that's another one I'd like to have come.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, I'm good.
Something we can't get over. That dinging sound means I'm out, by the way. You know, I was very close. I took the last swallow.
I was going to say, you didn't wait for the toast.
I know. I apologize. I'll drink some of yours for the toast.
I'll kill you.
All right. So I'm still going to clink my glass because that's apparently what we do here.
Aye.
And there's a whole other beer in the fridge waiting for me on this one. So this is one we saw during our Archer marathon the other day. So all of you Archer fans, here you go. This is a hungover Archer quote that will be our toast today. And I'm going to do my best H. John Benjamin voice because, I mean, frankly, if I can, I can.
Why not?
Let's see how this goes. For I am a sinner in the hands of an angry God. Bloody Mary, full of vodka, blessed are you among cocktails. Pray for me now at the hour of my death, which I hope is soon. Amen.
Slanja.
Slanja.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you.